Listening is one of the most important parts of communication, but it's also something we often overlook. We might think we're good listeners, but the truth is, listening is a skill that requires practice and attention. Being a better listener can help improve our relationships, reduce misunderstandings, and make us more effective communicators overall. So today, let's talk about how you can become a better listener and why it matters so much. First, let's understand why listening is so important. When we truly listen to someone, we show that we value what they have to say. This helps build trust and respect in any relationship, whether it's with friends, family, coworkers, or even strangers. Think about a time when you felt someone really listened to you. How did it make you feel? Probably appreciated, understood, and respected, right? Now imagine how powerful it can be if you can make others feel the same way just by improving your listening skills. Good listening also helps us avoid misunderstandings. How many times have we jumped to conclusions or responded without fully understanding what the other person was trying to say? These moments can lead to confusion and even conflict. By listening carefully, we can make sure we're responding to what the person actually means, not just what we think they mean. The first step to becoming a better listener is to focus entirely on the person who is speaking. This might sound simple, but in a world full of distractions, it can be challenging. We often think we can multitask, checking our phones, thinking about our to-do list, or even planning our response while someone else is talking, but true listening requires our full attention. When someone is speaking, try to put everything else aside. Turn off the TV, put down your phone, and make eye contact with the speaker. Show through your body language that you're engaged. You can nod occasionally, lean slightly forward, and face the person directly. These small actions let the speaker know that you're present and interested in what they're saying. Second step, don't interrupt. We've all been in conversations where we're just waiting for our turn to talk. Sometimes, we even interrupt the speaker because we're so eager to share our thoughts. But interrupting can shut down the conversation and make the speaker feel like what they're saying isn't important. Instead, try to let the speaker finish their thoughts before you jump in. Even if you're excited to respond or think you know what they're going to say, give them the space to complete their ideas. This not only shows respect but also allows you to understand their full message before forming your response. Third step, practice active listening. Active listening means fully concentrating on what is being said, rather than just passively hearing the words. This involves both verbal and nonverbal cues to show that you're engaged. One way to practice active listening is by paraphrasing or summarizing what the speaker has said. For example, you can say, "So, what you're saying is," or "It sounds like you're feeling." This helps confirm that you've understood the message correctly and gives the speaker a chance to clarify if needed. Another aspect of active listening is asking open-ended questions. These are questions that require more than a yes or no answer and encourage the speaker to expand on their thoughts. For instance, instead of asking, "Did you like the movie?" you could ask, "What did you think about the movie?" This invites more detailed responses and shows that you're interested in their perspective. Fourth step, listen with empathy. Listening with empathy means trying to understand the emotions behind the words. It's not just about hearing what the person is saying, but also about sensing how they feel. This requires putting yourself in their shoes and considering their feelings and experiences. If someone is sharing something difficult or emotional, it can be helpful to acknowledge their feelings. You might say something like, "That sounds really tough," or "I can see why you'd feel that way." This doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but it shows that you're trying to understand their emotions and that you care. Empathetic listening can be especially important in situations where the other person just needs to vent or express their feelings. Sometimes, they're not looking for advice or solutions, they just want someone to listen and validate their emotions. Fifth step, avoid judgments and assumptions. It's easy to jump to conclusions or make judgments while someone is talking. But when we do this, we stop really listening. Instead of forming opinions or assumptions right away, try to keep an open mind. Give the speaker the benefit of the doubt and listen to their full story before deciding how you feel about it. If you find yourself starting to judge or assume things, gently remind yourself to focus on the speaker's words and not on your internal thoughts. This will help you stay present in the conversation and give the other person the space to express themselves fully. Sixth step, be patient. Listening well often requires patience. Some people take longer to express their thoughts, and that's okay. Resist the urge to finish their sentences or rush them along. Give them the time they need to share their ideas at their own pace. Being patient also means allowing pauses in the conversation. Silence can feel uncomfortable, but it's a natural part of communication. It gives both you and the speaker time to process what's being said. So, don't be afraid of a little silence, it can actually enhance the conversation. Final step, reflect and respond thoughtfully. Once the speaker has finished, take a moment to reflect on what they've said before you respond. This helps ensure that your response is thoughtful and relevant. Instead of reacting impulsively, consider how you can contribute to the conversation in a meaningful way. When you do respond, make sure your reply acknowledges what the speaker has shared. For example, you might start by saying, "I understand that you're feeling," or "It sounds like you're concerned about." This shows that you've been paying attention and that you value their input. Like any skill, becoming a better listener takes practice. The more you focus on improving your listening skills, the more natural it will become. Start by applying these tips in your everyday conversations. Whether you're talking to a friend, family member, or colleague, make a conscious effort to listen more actively and empathetically. Over time, you'll notice that your conversations become more meaningful and that your relationships grow stronger. People will appreciate your willingness to listen and will likely respond by being better listeners themselves. It's a win-win situation that benefits everyone involved. To summarize, becoming a better listener isn't just about hearing words, it's about connecting with others on a deeper level. It's about showing respect, understanding, and empathy. By focusing on the speaker, practicing active listening, avoiding judgments, and responding thoughtfully, you can strengthen your communication skills and build stronger relationships. So next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember these tips and give the gift of your full attention. You'll be amazed at how much better your interactions will become when you truly listen. Until next time, keep daring, keep acting, and keep thriving.